Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the goods and service tax. So let's begin with the first question, that is, an article is marked at rupees 15,000. A dealer sells it to a consumer at 10% profit. If the rate of GST is 12%, what we have to find out? First we have to find out the selling price, that is here the excluding tax of the article. Next, number two, the amount of tax which is under GST paid by the consumer and the total amount paid by the consumer. These three things we have to find out. Now let's see the solution, how you are going to do. Number one, purchase of an article is 15,000. The article is so the first, how you are going to solve it, the selling price of the article. The selling price is what? Here the purchase price of the article is rupees 15,000. The profit is 10%. Now here the selling price of the article is 1 plus 10 by 100 of 15,000. That means 11 by 10 into 15,000. So we have got 16,500. So this is the selling price of the article. Next, number two is what? The amount of tax paid by the consumer. So let's see the amount of tax here. Let us assume that the sale is in the same rate. So the sale is interest rate. So rate of GST is what? 12%. Now this comprises of what? CGST, which is 6%, and SGST, which is also 6%. Now the amount of GST collected by the dealer from the consumer is what? SGST will be equal to CGST. That means this 12% is divided among the 6% of CGST and 6% of SGST. So here SGST will be equal to CGST. That means 6% of this 16,500. So we have got rupees 990. Now the amount of tax paid by the consumer is CGST plus SGST. That means 990 plus 990, which is equal to 1,980. Now here and the third is what? The total amount paid by the consumer is SP of the article, selling price of the article, plus GST paid. So this GST will include CGST and SGST both. That means 16,500 plus 1,980, that will be equal to 18,480. So this is how you're going to solve the first question. Okay, next, number two. A shopkeeper buys goods worth rupees 4,000 and sells these at a profit of 20% to a consumer in the same rate. Now if the GST charge is what? 5%, then what we have to find out? We have to find out the selling price of the good. CGST paid by the consumer and SGST paid by the consumer. And number four is the total amount paid by the consumer. Same way we will do, see the purchase of the good is what? 4,000. Okay, the profit is what? Profit is 20%. This is 4,000. So the profit is what? Profit is 20%. Now the selling price is what? 1 plus 20 by 100 of 4,000. That means 12 by 10 into 4,000. That is equal to 4,800. Next, number two is what? CGST paid by the consumer and SGST paid by the consumer. Number two, CGST paid by the consumer is what? What is the GST charge here? GST charge is 5%. That means CGST will be 2.5 and SGST will be 2.5. Now amount of GST collected by the shopkeeper is CGST will be equal to SGST. That means 2.5% of 4800. That means 2.5 by 100 into 4800. That means which is equal to 120. Now hence the total amount paid by the consumer is what? SP of the article plus taxes paid. That means CGST will be also 120. SGST also 120. That means 4,800 plus 120 plus 120. That is equal to 5040. So this is how you are going to solve the second problem. Now the third problem. The mark price of an article is 12,500. A dealer in Kolkata sells the article to a consumer in the same city at a profit of 8%. Now if the rate of GST is 18%, fine. What we have to find out? We have to find out the selling price of the article. IGST, CGST and SGST paid by the dealer to the central and the state government, and the amount of the consumer pays for the article. Now here the mark price of an article is what? Here the mark price of an article is 12,500. Profit is what? Profit here is 8%. GST charge is what? GST charge is 18%. In that case, we have to find out the selling price of the article, which is 1 plus 8 by 100 of 12,500. That means 108 by 100 into 12,500, that is which is equal to 13,500. Next, as a sale of the same city, so the sale is in intrastate, so the rate of GST is what? 18%. So this 18% will comprise of both the CGST and SGST. That means if we divide it, we are getting 9%, 9%. Now the amount of GST collected by the dealer from the consumer is here. IGST is nil here. CGST will be equal to SGST. That means which is equal to 9% of 13,500. That is 9 by 100 into 13,500, which is equal to 1215. Now the amount of tax paid by the dealer to the central and the state government, that means CGST will be equal to 1215 to the central government and SGST also to 1215. This is to the state government. Total amount paid by the consumer is what? CGST plus SGST plus SP of the article. That means which is SP of the article? SP of the article is 13,500 plus CGST is what? 1,215 plus 1,215. Together if we calculate, what we are getting? 15,930. So in this way we are going to solve the three sums. So this much for the today's class. In the next class we are going to solve more problems of this goods and service tax. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.